Welcome to this episode of On the Record, your official source of information from Bossier Schools.
Let's go on the record!
The Waller Wildcats are getting back to nature. Actually, for some of them, it's their first time to spend a day in the woods, learning about the flora and the fauna native to Northwest Louisiana.
It's not just Waller getting this opportunity. Every first grader at Bossier Schools will be going to the Cypress Black Bayou Nature Center before the school year ends, and we are bringing you along on the field trip. Hi everybody, thanks for joining us today on the Record with Bossier Schools. My name is Jason Rowland.
And I'm Sonia Bales. Before we head to the lake, we want to share some exciting news from the Louisiana Department of Education. Butler Educational Complex has achieved exemplary status.
And this is a big deal. This is a big deal for Bossier Schools. It's a big deal for Butler. Butler has for a long time been a pivotal site in Bossier Schools, and the alternative education that it provides gives students a second chance. What we're seeing now, though, is Butler is being recognized for all the initiatives, all the complementary programs, all the fantastic things that are going on there, and the alternate opportunities that we're seeing thrive at Butler has allowed this to become an exemplary school where other schools from around the state are going to come and tour and see all the wonderful things that Coach Baker and his staff are doing.
And that's not just us saying that. That is the state, the Department of Education, granting this exemplary status. And it's been a long process, 3 to 4 years, in fact, and it just speaks to the work of the leadership there at Butler under Coach Baker's leadership. Also, the district's commitment to ensure that the needs are being met for the children who sometimes struggle the most.
You know, I had a chance to sit down and talk with Coach Baker a few weeks ago, and just wanted to share get some of his ideas behind the initiatives they're doing, and really just a kudos to he and his entire staff for the work that they're pouring into the young people that are looking and need alternate opportunities to benefit and have a great educational experience. First of all, I want to congratulate you on being named an exemplar school by the LDOE, an exemplar program for 2024-25. Tell me about what led up to you receiving this really prestigious honor.
Well, there were several visits. The first initial visit was probably about 3 years ago. His last visit, actually, we didn't know he was coming, so it was kind of like a pop-up visit, but we still walked around. He spoke with some students, got some information, and he was just kind of impressed with some of the things that we were doing.
There's a lot of things that happen here at Butler that our audience, Bossier Parish, we may not know about. Just share a couple of those things that you have going on here, things that you've created, things that are unique to the academic experience that a student that comes here gets to enjoy.
So one of the things that we have a Pride Academy, which meets on 2 days a week after school, and we focus on physical fitness, character ed, and community service. And some of those kids that participated in that can actually go back to their home school earlier. We also started a drumline program. I was watching a special on 60 Minutes, and I saw school down in New Orleans, how they had a band. So I got online, did some research, and actually one of my teachers said, I can teach drum. And so we contacted a few people in the area to kind of see what kind of supplies we can get. So we got some drums, got some kids involved in that. And through that program, we've actually had 2 kids nominated for talented music, and
Wow.
they got approved
Wow.
in the talented music program.
That's great.
Carpentry program that we started because, I know when I was in middle school, I like working hands-on. So the idea behind that is to create an interest. So when these kids go back, they get to their high school level, they may want to go out to Bristol and learn a little bit more about carpentry.
So you mentioned one of the initiatives, and one of the things that's important to you is community service. And we had the pleasure to be here on Day of Service. And tell us about some of the community service initiatives that your campus completed and worked on as an alternate opportunity. And I think we're looking at one of them right here. Tell us about that day.
Yeah, so that Day of Service, working with Ms. Bales, we had the opportunity to have 4 different projects here on the campus.
4 different projects.
Yes.
Wow.
We had Mr. Chris Opp come, and he allowed the students to paint this mural here.
So the students helped Mr. Opp do this, right?
Yes. Actually, the students did most of the work. He just kind of coached them and worked with them on that.
Wow.
We had a trash pickup on the back street there where we picked up a lot of trash that was in the ditch. And we also had some parents that come and clean our clothing pantry that we have here for the kids. And in the cafeteria, we work with United Way, putting together bags for them. Wow. So we had a good turnout.
You know, reaching this status, being a top exemplar program in the state of Louisiana is something that we haven't had in Bossier Parish. And Coach, I can tell from the minute I drive up on your campus that there's high expectations here.
Yes, sir. We got the Clean Campus Award for the month of October. Wow. Our custodial staff do a great job, and that's one of the things that we wanted the parents when they pull up on campus, because they already have sometimes a negative perspective about where they're going. So we want them to pull up and see a nice place. And we've actually had parents thought it was in the wrong place because they're like, is this the alternative school? We're like, yes. So we want to kind of shatter those misconceptions about alternative school. And that's one of the things that the LDO, when he came in, he wanted to speak to my custodians. He said, I just want to speak to your custodial staff. This is one of the cleanest schools that I've been in, and I go all over the state.
You know, all this goes into to excellence, right? And so when you've got a program or a school that is named on a statewide level and recognized for their opportunities, that's what we want to do in Bossier Parish. We want to provide an educational experience, no matter what site, program, school you go to, an educational experience that's second to none. And that's what Lorenzo Baker and his staff are doing here at Butler. The alternate opportunities that you are providing are making a difference in the lives of our young people. Coach, we are thankful for all you're doing, thankful for the work here and how you're representing Bossier Parish and giving just a different perspective about what this place is really like. You're doing a great job and we appreciate it.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
So now, as you mentioned earlier, Butler is going to serve as a model site throughout the state for other alternative education programs to learn from.
Coach Baker and his team will be receiving visits from around the state. They'll be entertaining guests to come on their sites and look at the things that they're doing. And we don't know what else he has up his sleeve, but you can tell that it's a creative mindset, it's a creative campus to provide those alternate opportunities that are benefiting a lot of students that come through his campus.
He really has been innovative since going to Butler. And, you know, it's a great positive atmosphere when you first arrive on campus. There's music playing. You know, it's a beautiful campus, as we saw with the Clean Campus Award. In fact, I think he was the first one to receive it.
He was.
Just great things happening there.
I am so proud of that campus. And if anybody that's watching this has a chance, if you're going down East Texas, you're going to Bass Pro, or you're going across the bridge, you're going to wherever in Shreveport, get a chance, go by and just look at his campus. It is by far the cleanest campus in Bossier Parish. So proud of him. So proud of what they're doing.
Just a lot of caring and commitment on display there.
Yes.
You know, speaking of seeing and learning, that's exactly what our first graders throughout the district are doing out at the Cypress Black Bayou Nature Study Center. And when we come back, we are going to be tagging along on Waller Elementary's field trip as we go Rollin with Rowland.
We have reinitiated and re-engaged our first grade field trip, where our kids from all around the parish get to come on Fridays and see some of the coolest things that they may never get to experience. Miss Erin May, she is our Cypress Nature Bossier Parish liaison, and she puts on a fantastic lesson. She engages the kids. She's got all kind of activities for them to do. She's got things for them to not only see, but things to touch. And we're going to get to actually walk around and visit with them as they go through and tour on the nature trail.
Big boy.
Y'all don't do that.
Don't do what I'm doing. When the teacher gets onto you in the on the tour and looking at the animals, it's not a good thing. So snapping turtle looked like he wanted to snap, so I thumped him on the nose. Miss May got onto me. So as At the Nature Center, you can find all things, and that's what I'm looking for. That's a Texas deer, though. You can tell that's a Texas deer. Louisiana deer are a lot bigger than that, but that I would love to see that in the wild.
See a red sign?
Yeah.
Where?
You see one? Yeah.
I see some birdhouses coming up too.
Where? Oh, what's that one? I see one.
So two things. They know which one is the giant parent tree.
Oh
my goodness. Look. That one right there is the parent tree. So what's it called? It goes way up. Wow.
That's a tree right there. That is a beautiful tree. So, Miss May, what has us re-engaging this program? What has it done for our first graders?
Well, it's so beneficial for them to be able to come out here and have a hands-on activities. They also get to be engaged in seeing things in nature, going on a nature hike or walk and scavenger hunt. They also get to go to the zoo and just get to see things that they may never get to see. And so they just really enjoy it. I also tie in all the standards that they're learning in science in first grade. So it just makes it a good, well-rounded trip.
And so every first grade class from Bossier Parish will come out here this year.
Yes, every first grader. I have seen a lot already, but they will all get to come through.
Well, how many have actually ever even been here to Cypress like Nature?
There's so many that probably have never or don't even know this place exists.
Right.
So for them to be able to come and see that this is actually a place that they can come and visit with their families if they wanted to.
And a lot of people don't realize that Bossier Schools has this opportunity for our kids and our community. Probably one of the best kept secrets in Bossier Parish. Just a beautiful place to come, but more so the experience that the kids get, the things that they see, the things that they touch, the things that you talk about are really making memories for them that they won't soon forget.
Yes, and it's making everything come to life instead of being in the classroom and actually get to come and experience it firsthand.
So appreciate the effort that you've put into to bringing this place back to life again and allowing our kids to enjoy and experience things that, you know, that's what we're about, and that's what we want to continue to do. So thank you for your effort, thank you for your time, and thank you for your spirit and how you really led these kids today. It was great to see.
Thank you for the opportunity. I really enjoy it.
We'll be right back.
Aye! We're celebrating Louisiana Lagniappe at Bossier Schools' 6th annual I3 Art Expo. And Izzy, Ike, and Ivy can't wait to see you there February 27th through March 1st. I3 Art Expo is where inspiration meets imagination and fuels innovation. It's a 3-day showcase of student talent with Louisiana flair, from the visual, literary, and performing arts to filmmaking, competitions, demonstrations, and hands-on activities, with special emphasis on science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM. Don't miss Cyber Night, Mic Drop, iCanstruction, and new this year, a recycled trash-in show. There's also a book fair, the Bossier Schools Showcase, and so much more. It's creativity unleashed. It's free family fun. And it's all happening February 27th through March 1st at the Bossier Civic Center. Join us for Louisiana Lagniappe at the I3 Art Expo and see what makes our students a little something extra.
You know, we are blessed to have Bossier educator Erin May actually leading the charge out at the Cypress Nature Center. And she is doing a fantastic job of bringing the program back to life, allowing all of our first graders to come out and experience nature, and she's done a tremendous job and how she has revitalized the program. She has a vision for it and really has high expectations for what she wants to accomplish in and through the site visits to the Cypress Nature Center.
She is definitely in her element there. And
No
you know,
doubt.
it was such a fun day just experiencing nature through the eyes of 6- and 7-year-olds. And you know that saying, out of the mouths of babes? Well, you definitely hear some things when they are first experiencing being able to just, you know, pet the animal pelts and go on the nature hikes and just the way that they see things very differently sometimes than us. So it really was priceless, especially going on that scavenger
Great
hunt.
trip.
Yeah.
Great trip.
So you know who else is priceless? Jason Kunath, who we surprised just last week with the first Gold Star Award of 2025.
Jason is a senior technology technician, and he is known all around the parish. He's known basically just by his first name. And anytime there's an issue around Bossier Parish, in all 35 of our schools and then all of our sites, they know to call one name, and it's Jason. And so he is revered across the parish. He gives his cell phone. You can call him anytime, day or night.
And people do.
And we are so honored to have him being a part of our technology department, because that's, I hate to say it, but that's the lifeline behind the connectivity within the system.
And it's so interesting when talking to him how technology has evolved over the 26 years when he first joined the system, you know, lugging around the big CRTs back in the day to, you know, just all the number of devices that they have to manage today. Just everything about technology is so integral to everything that we do for the educational experience here in Bossier. But he's just phenomenal.
The work he did in our recent project at the old gym. Now, it was an incredible project to start with, but how he was able to access so many technological ports all and throughout the building. This is a massive building. It's a very old building, and he was able to take that and craft that and do such an incredible job. Not only did he meet the needs of what the employees need, he saved Bossier Schools thousands and thousands of dollars by his skill set being able to do so many innovative things in and throughout our district.
And you have to think about it was the former Benton gym from long
Yes.
ago, and there was no technology
None.
back then, so he was starting from scratch, trying to bring it up to, you know, today's standards, if you will. So now he's moved on to the John McConaughey Academic Complex, another big project going on at Bossier Schools, and he's at the forefront of getting it up and ready.
You're right, and he's working hard there, and it seems like everything Jason does, he has a purpose, and beyond his purpose for Bossier Schools, he and his wife have taken on an active role in the foster ministry around Bossier Parish. For 15 years, they've hosted foster kids, and wherever there's a child that's in need, Jason and his wife are consistently there, reverently there to accept that child, bring them into their home, and be a parent to a child that often may not have one. So kudos to he and his family. The character shines, the work ethic is fantastic, and we could not have had a better Gold Star.
You are so right, and not a better way to end this episode of On the Record with Bossier Schools. By the way, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, do us a favor right now. Hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, a like while you're at it too, so that way you don't miss a single episode when it drops.
We thank you for joining us today. We hope you'll come along next time and take a ride with us as we go behind the scenes and we go on the record. You're up to date.
This has been a Bossier Schools production. Join us next time when we go On the Record with Bossier Schools.